I didn't go into color guard thinking I was going to be captain, not at all. I walked in thinking I would spend 1, maybe 2 weeks inside of it. But then I started learning, and basically the first day that I walked into actual practice, they told me, hey, you're captain, and you don't argue with a thing like that. So they started training me all throughout the year, getting me ready for auditions. And this past week, actually, I had my auditions. Sorry I couldn't get a film, but I had my auditions, and it went great. And actually, just a few days ago, I was told that I was captain of 2013-2014 season, and that means so much to me. I'm so excited not only to pass on what my captains have taught me, but to reinvent color guard and get it back to the way it used to be, back to traditions. So it's really exciting. What is color guard? That's a really good question. Well, aside of being like my life, it's actually just like, I don't know. I describe it as a sport, sort of. It's like a squad. Basically what we do is we twirl flags or spin batons, and we make these really elaborate routines with like really high tosses and like exchanges, and just like we even include dance in them, and we go to competitions, we perform at football fields. And I don't know, I don't think that what made me stay was the actual act of like performing routines or anything. I think that the reason I stayed and the reason that I'm now captain is because I felt the sense that we were a family from the first day I walked into color guard. And I'm going to make my new color guard feel like they're part of a family too. At the beginning of the project, before I had even thought of this, my original goal was to become captain. However, during the process of this project, I became captain, so I can't really say it's a goal now. But now my new goal is pretty exciting. I'm dreaming big when I plan this, but hopefully with my squad, my team, we can make this happen.
For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, yo. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Okay, so the S in SMART goals stands for significant, simple, and stretching. I think my goal fits in the criteria of this only because it is simple. I just want to win this competition. It's significant to me because it's a part of history of Napa High, and I want to return that trophy to the history of Napa High. And it's stretching because even though we're new, I feel that we can do this. I mean, we have a lot of new girls coming in for color guard next year, and it's going to be a hassle and a lot of trouble teaching them all like routines and getting them up to speed. And that's why it's a stretch, but I'm confident that we can do it. The M in SMART goals stands for motivational and measurable. So again, it fits into the criteria. My goal is measurable because I know when it's going to be done by. I have a whole goal, and I know that I'm going to be able to accomplish it by just checking off things on my to-do list. It's motivational because just the thought of being able to win a trophy and say that I caused that is motivation. The A in SMART goals stands for attainable. Simple enough. Well, previous years, Napa High Color Guard has won that trophy. If they've done it, why can't we? The R stands for results-based, and a competition is exactly results-based. You get what you put in. The more practice you put in, the more likely you are to get a trophy. And that's what I'm doing. By doing countless hours of practice and rehearsals and just preparing to the best of our ability, we'll get that trophy. I know we will. The T in SMART goals stands for time-bound. And a competition is, again, a perfect example of this. We're going to spend time every single day, 1 hour after school, to get ready for this competition. The competition is on September 19th, and by September 8th, we will have our routine down and ready to just continue practicing and practicing. A lot of reasons for me wanting to do a competition and winning it, and I could go on and say how it would improve popularity of color guard at Napa High. But one of the real reasons that I want to do this is that the competition that we did last year, I didn't do my best at. And it's kind of revenge for myself. And I don't know. I was really, really sick that day. I got insanely sick. I could not perform well. And I personally think I was the reason that we didn't do well. And also my captain's choreographing was just not the best that it could have been. We could have done a lot more, and we didn't. And I feel that by doing this competition and winning this competition, I'm not only proving to myself that I'm actually good at something, I'm proving to other people, the judges, to everyone at Napa High, to the rest of my team, and that's what's really important to me. There's so many obstacles. I mean, first off, let's start by the fact that my entire team this year was seniors, experienced seniors. And even then we didn't do well at competition. So it's a little scary going into it with about 14 new girls that I have to train myself after 1 year of color guard. So 1 year of experience, I have to train 14 new girls to do better than a group of 8 senior girls who have done it for 4 years. That's so much pressure, and it's so scary to think about that. That's just a huge obstacle on its own. Another obstacle would be the size limit that we have. You know, most competitions think if you're bigger than 12, you can't join. And, you know, I have 14 in my color guard. And I'm not going to be like, you can't go, you know? I'm going to have to take them all, and if I can't take them all, then I'm not going to take them at all. And I think that would be a huge problem for me. Another obstacle we have is just like the judgment that we get. I feel like a lot of the girls in color guard feel like they're not really accepted by the community at Napa High or really at New Tech for some reason. Like, a lot of people are saying, oh, that's not, like, anyone can do that, when that's not true at all. It's a sport, and it's my passion, and I don't understand why people are, like, judging me on it, or telling me that it's not good to do. I just don't understand it. Finally, the huge obstacle that we're facing is scheduling and practice times. You know, like, a fourth or, like, half of the girls in color guard are actually at New Tech, and, you know, we have a problem with our first block goes into their second period, and then they have band over that third period. Basically, this scheduling is like this huge mess, and I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get over there during the fourth period, or if the girls can even have free periods like I did. It's just a lot of obstacles. However, there are resolutions. Yeah, seventh period is just like great. It's just like 7th period is at Napa High, and so, you know, New Tech girls travel over there, and there we get help from the captains or my co-captain Jordan Hartman, and basically we get, like, sometimes when people come in and they're like helping us, and it's just this all around really great thing. I mean, I think that that's what I'm kind of gonna lean on 7th period, because that's where I learned most of my routines, and that's where I think the girls will learn. And that's one thing that I know everyone can fit into their schedule, and everyone can do. And so I'm really confident that's kind of like a stress reliever, and I'm just so happy that we have some period. We're also going to have our ex-captains from like way back, from back when we were a competition in color guard, come in, and they're going to actually teach us some of their like moves and like routines, and they're going to help us choreograph some routines so that we too can like be a competition man. Because, you know, when my captain came in, she was like me. She was like freshman. She really didn't know what color guard was. And like after a year, they were just like, "Hey, you're captain." And she didn't have the same passion I did, not at all. I mean, she was like, she wanted to do it, but the only reason she stayed was because she was the only one. And I feel like by having captains that have been there because they wanted to do it, I feel like that would help us just be better. So I'm going to be leaning a lot on Deborah. That was the old captain's name. Leaning on her a lot for support. I'm also going to be leaning on Mr. Rando, who is my band teacher. He's kind of like a rock in the relationship. Like, I'll be freaking out, and then I'll go talk to him, and then once I'm done talking to him, I'm calm. He makes everything seem like it's not a problem, and I really appreciate him for that. So I'm going to be leaning on him. That's a really great question, actually. So, aside from helping myself, just get over the whole thing that I did bad and now I'm going to do good, I'm going to be helping myself. I'm also going to be helping my team and just like giving them the self-confidence they need because I know a trophy will kind of validate all of the time and effort that they've put into the entire routine, and I think that's really important to have, like a validation that your work and your ethic has just paid off. Also, I'm going to be helping Napa High and their color guard and just getting us out there again and getting our social strata up again, I guess you could say. Okay, one thing that I just have to get out there that I really, really hate is when people come up to me and be like, oh, you're just a wannabe cheerleader. No. Okay? No. If I wanted to be a cheerleader, I probably would. I didn't even try out to be a spirit leader or a cheerleader of any sort. I wanted to do color guard because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to twirl flags instead of shove around pom-poms, and I'm sorry if that offends anyone, but it just offends me how people can just think that they can come up to you and tell you that what you love is really stupid and it's just a wannabe of something else. Okay, so I just kind of wanted to put that out there, that I'm not a wannabe cheerleader and I've never wanted to be a cheerleader. Thank you very much.